Hi there and welcome back to In Search of Lost Diecast. For those of you that have been here before, thanks for coming back. For those that you've never seen what I do, I hope you enjoy the video. Couple of things, a little bit of housekeeping. If you do like what you see, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And then perhaps if you're interested, leave a comment. At some point during the video down here there'll be a link to my email address, so if you've got any questions or if any of the vehicles that I say are up for grabs, you're interested in doing swaps, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm sure we can sort something out. There's very few cars that I get that I wouldn't be opposed to a swap if the right thing came along. For those that haven't watched, In Search of Lost Diecast is basically about me trying to regain the collection that I once had. It was due to circumstances beyond my control. It was given away, sold, whatever, and I'm trying to get it back. So the cars that I'm getting back clearly are not my own cars that I had an emotional attachment to, but I'm just trying to recreate the collection. So anything that comes in I have no emotional attachment to. So if it completes your collection and I can gain another car that I'm looking for off my list, and people have asked me how big is the list, it's a big list. There's about 500 to 600 cars on that list. I've got a fair few now, but I'm still looking for more. Today's video is a slight departure from normal. The most recent unboxing videos have been mostly kinky, there we go, Corgi, Dinky and Matchbox. Kinky Corgis. But this one, the last week we did one on Matchbox. Earlier this week we did one on Huskies. This one is actually Corgi Juniors, because I think a lot of the time we all go for the very similar models. The Matchbox ones are very popular, Corgi and Dinky, but sometimes we overlook some of the smaller brands like Budgie and Husky and Corgi Juniors, and there's some lovely models. Anyway, enough waffle from me, let's get on with it. I'll bring the cars in, you can have a look at them, we'll stick them down, and hopefully we'll get through this as quickly as we can. So there we go, we're starting off with a Volkswagen Polo, Corgi Juniors, broken screen, opening doors, lovely little casting. In fact, that needs a whole window unit. The Golf one might actually be interchangeable with that one. Rolls all right, yep. So there we go, so that's the Volkswagen Golf, and that, Volkswagen Polo, and that is, yeah, that's the trouble with Corgi Juniors, they don't necessarily have numbers, but there we go. That's the base of it, there we go. And that one's obviously right for restoration if we can get a screen. There we go, so that's that. We've got this is another Corgi Juniors. This is, what are they calling this? This is the Ford D1000. There's your front, beg your pardon. And obviously it's a skip truck minus its skip. Not much else to say about that one really, but it must have been the incarnation of when they moved into the super fast, because obviously the Corgi Juniors replaced the Huskies, so this is why there's a bit of a theme going this week, Husky into Corgi Juniors. I'm not trying to give you a history lesson, there's lots of people out there know infinitely more about it than I do, but I just collect the ones that I had, and I had that one. This was a job lot bag that I think cost less than a £5, and there's some lovely little bits and pieces in there. Few of them, I mean, that would have been great if it hadn't been broken, but hey ho. So there's a truck there. We've got, what we got next? We've got a Mercedes taxi. Again, Corgi Juniors, Mercedes-Benz, that says, I think it says Z400, but quite good nick, that one. Little beacon on the top, glass is intact, little scratch there, front's not too bad. Taxi decal on the side, taxi decal, one on that side is actually remarkably good condition. So clearly he parked it up against the wall that side. So there we go, so there's our Mercedes. So we're getting a bit of a German motor theme going there. What else have we got? We've got a Lotus Europa. Very similar to the Matchbox one. Only difference is obviously on their one, the engine canopy opened up. But the trouble with an engine canopy, I don't know if you can see in there, that's a yellow plastic canopy. Because of the plastic and the nature of plastic constantly lifting up and lifting down, it's obviously broken. Now, whether one can be reformed in styrene, I can't imagine there's any spares for this. This is Corgi Juniors Whiz Wheel, and as I say, Lotus Europa. So, other than that bit, no other openings, but a lovely little casting. If I remember correctly, the Matchbox version, there was a blue version and then there was a metallic pink version. There's probably others, but they're all the ones I can remember. But there we go. So there's the Lotus Europa. What's next? We've got a Land Rover. So this would be a 309. Obviously, this was a pickup truck. Not pickup truck, a tow truck. Missing its hook, as they often are. But the beacon's the beacon on the top's very good condition. Part of the little logo down there, it says Reproduction. There we go. Front's okay. Wheels are not too bad. If anyone out there that's got a 3D printer can make up, say, 20 hooks, I would be very, 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 very interested, especially ones that can just clip in, because I think that's very similar to the mechanism they use on the Matchbox ones. Because I have got any amount of these that need doing, that need hooks, so stick them up there. Email down the bottom here. You can contact me if that's the sort of thing you can do. What else we got here? We have got a Range Rover crash tender. I think it says Range Rover. I know on the Matchbox version they didn't call it a Range Rover because I don't think they had the license to be able to call it a Range Rover. But this one quite clearly does say that it is a Range Rover Police. But it is a crash tender, not necessarily I think maybe the base was done and then obviously they did several different versions of the top, because obviously you got the blues. So that in white with the blues would look just as good. So that would make a nice police car. So that's that one. Sorry, there's lots here. Another Land Rover. This one with an upside down tow hook. Oh no, that's the tow hook cover. The tow hook itself is broken off there. There we go. So that just says, yeah, it just says Land Rover. That's a nice green one. So I'll stick that with the other one. Again, that's different casting. Now you'd have thought they would have used the same base, but look at that. Roof's different, back's different. Is it the same front? Can we see that? No, it's a different grille as well. Look at that. Different grille, different headlight. Can you see all that? Sorry, this phone angle is really, really frustrating sometimes. It's got the same little indicators, top and bottom. Different headlights, different grille. Slightly different shaped bonnet. It has got the hinges on both, but the ridges on that one, no ridges on that one. Door casting. Actually, yeah, there's a door handle on that one that it isn't on that one. Isn't that crazy? Wow, okay, so 2 Land Rovers. We've got, what have we got here? We've got a US van, Golden Eagle, and that's looking a little bit tired, I'm sad to say. Not dissimilar to the 18 van. Obviously it's not got, with the 18 van you get the little spoiler at the back. Slightly better decal on that side, you can see how it was. An eagle coming into land somewhere. But yeah, that's just a US van. I often wondered whether they actually had like a default casting for a vehicle like that and then could scale it up from this size to 1/43 to right the way up to 1/24. I mean, Luke at now what is he called this week? He's called Scaled Diecast. Scaled Diecast, I think it is. Or Scale Model. Scale Customs, that's it, Scale Customs. Link will be down here somewhere. He's just done a very, very large version of this for Martin, who's recreating the 18 band. And I mean, the paintwork. If you haven't subscribed to Scale Customs, seriously, go over there. His paint finish, he's just done a Batmobile as well. And oh man, if when I start doing my restorations, if I can get anywhere close to even like his primer coat, I'll be a happy bunny. The finish he gets is just unbelievable. Anyway, I digress. Right, so that was the US van. This is the next one. This is the Corgi Juniors Grand Prix Racer. All there. Not a massive fan of that one, I have to say. But again, to be perfectly honest, out the list over here, if there's any here that you're after to complete your collection, there's none. That's the only one that I had. No, sorry, those two are the only ones that I had that I wouldn't want to get rid of. I'd like to get a better one, obviously, or get a screen for it, but all these, quite happy to do trades or whatever. We've got a truck here. It's the Reed Marvel Comics Leyland Terrier. Now, why a Leyland Terrier would be selling Marvel Comics is beyond me, but there we go. Decal is in very good condition. Again, Corgi Juniors. So that's that one. Not going to spend too long on these ones because they aren't the most fascinating of vehicles. Corgi Juniors Hot Rodder. Again, not dissimilar to that. The only difference is obviously you can get to see the wheels top and bottom. It still rolls. One thing you can't argue with the Corgi Juniors and Corgi Whiz Wheels is they certainly got their tyres right. I know they're prone to bending, but when they work, they really do work. So get that one over there. There we go. Next one, it is a Simon Snorkel fire engine, obviously missing everything, as is often the case. That feels like plastic. Yeah, that feels like plastic. So obviously the top was plastic, base is plastic. Not a lot we can do with that. We've got nice little tipper truck. This one is just called Tipping Lorry, and it's all intact. There we go. It does work. They didn't employ the same mechanism as the Matchbox ones, but amazingly, it does still. It's obviously counterbalanced quite well because it does stay up by itself despite not having a piston or anything. That's quite a cute little model. I like that one. That'll stay in the collection. I had something very similar. I think my one though was the Matchbox one. You know, the grey one with the red tipping part. That's that. I've got another one of those Leyland Terriers. This one's a Weetabix one. Obviously, the stickers peeling off. Interesting split on these. You know, some obviously were stickers, some were decals. I don't actually know why they employ. From a reproduction standpoint, it's easier for me with my laser printer to do a sticker like that. Have I got it to hand yet? I'll show you what I mean. So I had a Mini, and it was the Corgi Team Racing Mini, like that. It had only one sticker. Well, this one's only got one sticker. This one actually came in another job lot. But Colin Turner, one friend from the DMC, big shout out, sent me one of these. And so I thought I'd set about trying to reproduce the stickers for it. Because the one thing with a laser printer that you can't do is you can't print white. Now, there are two printers that you can. One's an Oki, the other one, the name escapes me. Let's put that with that one in there. And so, on light coloured vehicles, you can use water slide transfers and make dark colours on light colours very, very easily. You can't produce white, so on the... I haven't got one here, of course. I should have thought of this in advance. If you've got a dark vehicle and you want to put white a white decal, just say it said the word DMC in white on a light vehicle. You can't do it for the simple reason that because you can't print white, it won't work on a water slide decal. So I think that's why they use these stickers. So there you go, look, there's a case in point. So that is a white sticker with the writing on it going on a dark background. And so with this Mini, it had stripes over the roof, down the bonnet, down the side. It had some branding. I think it was Ferodo, Britax, Champion and Goodyear. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That one's missing a bumper action. But this is the one. And there we go. I've reproduced it. My cutting left a lot to be desired, but this was just the first experiment because I hadn't even restored the car. I just wanted to see whether I could reproduce it, and I did. So there's the sticker, there's the roof sticker, bonnet sticker. You've got Britax, you've got Ferodo, you've got Goodyear, and you've got Champion. So, and obviously Team Corgi on the window. I didn't do that one because that's the thing I can't produce. So yeah. That's doable, eminently doable. So I'm going to have a bit more of a play with that. And this paper that I've got, a sticker paper, I wasn't impressed with because as soon as you touched it, some of it rubbed off. But I've just got some new stuff and it's brilliant. I've redone my channel logo stickers and they've come out absolutely amazing. Are they to hand? No, I might grab it just before the end of the video so you can see. So let's stick them over there. What next? Right, so we've got a Corgi. It doesn't say Juniors, but this is this is London Taxi, suicide doors, all there, everything working, screen's okay, so that's worth a restoration. That one, put that one there. We've got this is a Matchbox actually, Rolls Royce Silver Shadow. There we go, nice one that. Opening doors, brown, beige interior. This, I mentioned this when I looked at the big Corgi one that I had with the Golden Jacks. Look how close that steering wheel is to the seat. When they get all the dimensions and all the lines right on this, it's just so weird that they don't go to that extra mile with the interior. But hey ho, there we go. Gotta stop saying hey ho. Keep saying it, right? Friend of mine does, and I've picked it up off of him. There we go. Right, so next one, Corgi, Ferrari 308 GTS. Again, and that one's a decal, not a sticker. Obviously that's something I can't reproduce. I can't make that white one. Nothing opening. Screen's got a tiny bit of damage, but that's fixable, I think. Just on that corner, just a little sharp edge. So that's the Ferrari. Are we all right on space? Yeah, let's move that around there. Only a few more, boys. We've got fire engine. This is the ERF. Yeah, ERF fire tender. Nice little thing. Missing its ladder, of course, as they often were. That one can go there. In fact, let's stick that with a Simon snorkel, and we'll stick the tipper up with the skip lorry. Right. We seem to have cornered the world market on these Leyland vans. There's another Weetabix one, slightly better one, and then we've got a mobile cement mixer. Now, it's not like the Matchbox one where I think the early Matchbox one, when you moved it along, there was a little gear wheel that went on the front axle that actually turned the cement mixer apart. This one doesn't, but it's still a good roller. That's just called the cement mixer, mobile cement mixer. So that's that. Party on, girls. Yeah, look, it's the AMC Pacer, so that could quite easily be restored to Wayne's World spec. Just feel the need to have the strains of Bohemian Rhapsody coming over the top. That should really upset Mr. Martin Dare. I know he's not a fan of Queen. But nice little casting, that, quite accurate. Again, rolls pretty well. park that one there. And then we've got... So, Blofeld, you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. So, yes, it's the James Bond Lotus Esprit submarine car. The weird thing is they've reissued this, and they've done a dark colour one, which I don't actually remember in any movie. But there again, my memory not brilliant. So there probably was one. But there we go. Yeah, it's all there. It's the mini version of the one that sort of where these pop out and everything. So Lotus Esprit, there we go. Let's start second row. About 4 or 5 more to go, boys, and then we're done. We've got another one of those Leyland Terriers. This one's a Coca-Cola one. So that's 4 of them now. So like I say, if you need one for a project, contact me. Email down here somewhere. This one is the rough terrain truck. Don't actually remember this one. I remember these, but this one is not one that I actually remember. So if anyone knows anything about this one, just like a little flatbed at the back. Did it have a canopy? I don't know. Hopefully there'll be a... Trouble with these ones is sometimes it's not always easy to find a accurate picture of them. But hopefully with all of these, I'm not going to do multiples for these. Once you've seen it once, that's all you need to do. But if I can find something on this one, obviously it'll be up here somewhere. So that's the rough terrain truck. Oh look, shock horror, another Leyland Terrier. There we go. So that's 5. We've got all the colours and all the brands. So we've got Weetabix, Marvel Comics, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So what do you prefer, Coke or Pepsi? I have to say I'm a Coke man myself, but there we go. Right. We've got a Jaguar XJS, which has had a bit of a corrosion crisis. Looks like something's got underneath the paint and lifted it, and we've got, it's not oxidization, but it's a really weird feeling on that. I spoke about this in one of the Corgi unboxings. Obviously I got the big one, the Saint, the Return of the Saint car. I think as a car that has aged really well. I didn't like it when it came out, but I like it a lot more now. So XJS there. Little part. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the Brook Bond T van. Could be a post office van, I suppose. But no base, no wheels, no interior. Don't think there was an interior actually. But that's a spare, so if anyone needs that, that's over there. That's that. We've got a... So this is a Corgi Junior digger, and believe it or not, this one's intact. Look, it's got a bucket, it's got a lifter. Unfortunately, its retention level is pretty minimal, so it is literally going to just sit there looking like that, because that bit doesn't move. This bit doesn't move. There we go. That's what's wrong. I didn't see that. Right, so what's happened is the little rivet, pilot rivet that goes through there, has broken the plastic on this side, and that's why. Can we get that back in? Can we get it back in? Almost. I'll investigate that. I might be able to save that one. So that's a nice little one. That can go. Let's stick that one. That one. There we go. And then finally, another Matchbox. It's the thing with job lots, you never know what you're going to get. It is what it is. There's bits and pieces in there, but this is, I have to say, I love this little truck. I've got 2 or 3 of them now. I'd love to make a little fleet of them. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier about the Land Rover, anyone with a 3D printer that can do hooks, if you could make up a bag of 20 of them, I would be eternally grateful. If there's a car that you want in any of the previous videos as a thank you, I'd quite happily do that, or any boxes. Been really progressing quite well with the boxes. At the moment, I'm setting up a database of all the... Well, let's have a look. Right, this one here is number 13. Now, the reason I've stopped what I was saying is Matchbox 175, there were umpteen incarnations of every single number. So I'm making a database. So I've got folders 1 to 75, and in each folder I will try and get or make a box for every incarnation of this. So this started off as this one. It probably this is number 13. So let's talk about number 1. I think number 1 started off life as I'm pretty sure it was a road roller. Don't quote me on it. But anyway, it then became like a Mercedes truck, and number 2 was the trailer. Then it became something else. So the intention is have all these folders with these files in, so that if anyone needs a box for, of course, these are all Corgis, but if anyone needs a box for that, I can go to, right, folder number 13, this is incarnation number 2, because I know there was a slightly smaller one of this that was brown, or beige, or sort of poopy brown, shall we say. We'll keep it polite. And I'll be able to reproduce it. So that's the Matchbox one. And we're coming up, we're under half an hour, which is great. This was just thrown in there. I'm pretty sure this was the Capri. This was the Capri Santa Pod glowworm. I'm sure there was a Capri body over the top of this. It had a little bit here that lifted up and held the body up. So if you've got a body and need a base, it's here. Contact me, email again. Or if you've got a shell that you don't want, get in contact. There we go. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you. We've actually broken 150 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon with that. I'm really flexible. If there's something you need, something you want, or something I've got that you want to do something with, contact me. That I've got, at the start of the video, you'll see the list of the people that have contacted me. We've started doing deals and swapping. I'm happy to continue doing that, because the idea is I need to get the rest of the models that I need to complete my collection as cheaply as possible. So let's do it. Get in contact. Continue watching. Hopefully next week, if this weather keeps improving, I'm hoping it's going to be a restoration. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to leave a comment, and see you all again soon. Bye now.